Hello, everybody who is joining us live, and thank you to everybody who is watching the replay. Happy Tuesday. Let me get everything situated and refreshed. Make sure I can see all of you and you all can see me. Hello. Hello for everybody who has already said hello, and hello for everybody who has already clicked that like button. Yes, I also noticed that somebody hit the thumbs down and I hadn't even gone live yet. It is what it is. It happens literally every video. The video will have been up for 3 seconds and it already has a thumbs down. If somebody has that much attention or energy to do that every time I post a video, more power to them. What is everybody drinking? I am still working on my water today, y'all. It's just been one of those days. It's funny. I posted on Instagram that I was ahead, or not ahead, I was at least like on schedule, and then I got very far behind this afternoon. I had a really long work meeting that was super important, and I couldn't like get up and go to the bathroom, so I stopped drinking water for a while, which is pretty funny. Water for you too, Tanya. Yeah. Strawberry lemonade as usual. Yum. Last cup of water. Allison, that's awesome. Look at all this water today. Everybody is feeling dehydrated. Hi, Colton. Are you actually drinking water, Colton? Or are you just saying that you're drinking water? ICO from Chick-fil-A. Oh, Robin, that sounds so good. McDonald's Coke, hot chocolate, more water. Going on vacation, so I only have water in the house. Jenny, we're kind of the same way. We're down to like very little food and drink here. Like it's very minimal what we're working with right now. Trying to get everything done so we can get out of here. Definitely bittersweet for us leaving here, I'll be honest with you. So this is our last Lattes with Lakin in this location. You've probably gotten super used to this being my background on Tuesday afternoons. I'm gonna miss these windows for sure, but this is the last one here. It'll be different from now on. We'll be in a different place next week, and then the next week we'll be back in New York. Back in New York. All right, what other questions do you guys have? Oh my gosh, hard cider, that sounds so good. A glass of Merlot because it's been a day, Melissa. Enjoy that wine. Just popped open a beer, yum. Kara, I've recently gotten into card making and remembered you mentioning one of your relatives was really into it. Do you think you'll ever explore making cards? So Kara, actually, my relative that was extremely into it was my Mima. Well, you know what? I think I talked about it on another vlog about my stepmom and my brothers doing it as well, but it all started from my Mima. My Mima is the originator of the card making. And so I started making cards mostly with like wooden stamps and like scrap paper and those kinds of supplies when I was very little. And that was the one thing that I wanted when she passed was the wooden stamp collection. So that is the one thing that I have in my New York City apartment. I have a whole collection of wooden stamps. But my stepmom also has her own collection of wooden stamps and card crafting things. And so at the beginning of COVID, her and my brothers were making cards for a nursing home in their local community, which was really cool. So I do think someday when I have the space to have all of those kinds of supplies out in the open, I think I definitely would love to go back to making cards, making homemade cards for people. But right now, it is, even memory keeping is tough for me because I can't keep all the supplies out. So having to get them out to work on them every time it's just such a pain. So it's not gonna be until I have a space where I can have it all out. I remember growing up, my grandfather's hobby was woodworking. And so he built her these shelves in her like office craft room to hold all of her wooden stamps. It looked like a store of like these wooden shelves with all the wooden stamps, and like I dream to have that someday, even if it's almost for decoration and like to remind me of her, not even necessarily to have all of them to use all the time. But that was a really long answer to your question. Someday. Danielle, the time that I have been here absolutely has flown by. Like, it will have been 12 weeks when we leave. Not crazy. What is something that I will miss from Texas besides family? Also, what's funny, Papa, I see my grandfather in the chat. Papa, I'm just talking about Mima and her card making. That's so funny. Um, you know what's funny? Last night, Sam and I we were having ice cream, and the H-E-B brand I know I can get Bluebell down here, y'all, but the H-E-B brand ice cream is fantastic. And there's a lot of H-E-B brand things that we're gonna miss. Sam and I like looked at each other and we were like, yeah, we're gonna miss H-E-B when we leave. So that's probably one big thing that we're gonna miss. I'm gonna miss being this close to the water. And those are the big ones. And family, of course, obviously. Thank you, Catherine. I appreciate that. Hey, Kaden. What is my favorite planning tool or accessory right now? Right now, my newest favorite planning accessory is that pen that does the dots. I don't know who started that on Instagram. Somebody started the trend. And I bought them. I bought them from Amazon because I'm impatient and I thought I needed the entire set of colors. Okay, in retrospect, I wish I hadn't spent $30 on the entire set of colors from Amazon. Let me stop the comments. I wish that I had ordered them individually from Jet Pens and just picked out the colors that I needed, because I don't need all these colors and I just was impatient. Now I'm glad that I got them. So you can get them on Amazon. The pack on Amazon is slightly cheaper and it gets here faster. But if you want just individual colors, you can get them from Jet Pens. I will post a picture. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but I love it. I love the fact that it's a color, and I love that it makes a perfect dot on my to-do, on my daily planner, instead of having to draw a little box. Aaliyah, it is H-E-B. It's the grocery store down here in Texas. And so all of their like name brand grocery store stuff is the best. Yeah, but I think somebody had it before Julie. I feel like I remember somebody seeing it before she posted it, and I just can't remember who. Hey, Amy, thanks for joining. You only got the 4-pack. I don't know what the colored 4-pack. I'll post it on Instagram after this with the link if you guys are interested. But again, I do wish I had just been patient, and from Jet Pens, I'd ordered the gray one and then the colors to match my plum paper. So the green, the teal, and like the blue, because that's all that I'm gonna need, at least for the next 6 months, in my plum paper to match the month. And then maybe someday I'll get more, but I definitely didn't need the 12-pack, but that's all right. It is what it is. Oh, Jen, you just walked into H-E-B. Yeah, H-E-B is life. Did you just walk into the live, or did you just walk into H-E-B? Because if you're watching while you're at H-E-B, I'm kind of impressed. Blue, green, yellow, pink. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there would have been some other colors. Like I like the gray for just everyday lists or notepads where I don't want the color to match. And I'm glad that I have the teal for next month when my plum paper switches to teal. But there are some colors in there that I don't think I'm gonna need, and I'm kind of annoyed that I bought a $30 set of pens. But I do love them. Oh my gosh, Heather, thank you so much. That is such a sweet comment. I'm glad that you've already found the texting helpful. I know I have a couple texts to respond, so if those of you who've texted me this afternoon are in here, I saw them, I just haven't gotten to them yet, but I will. Lynn, I definitely will. I will link the pens both in this video afterwards, and I will link them on Instagram. But again, I'm gonna link the Amazon 12-pack. I guess I can also link and I'll also link the Jet Pens if you want to get them individual colors. I just get so impatient because Jet Pens takes forever. I get impatient because Jet Pens takes for freaking ever. Jen, I'm talking about the ones that make a dot when you smush them, like the dot pens. Yeah. Okay, what other questions do you guys have? You're awfully quiet today. Normally I don't get to keep up with comments this early in the chat. Really, Amy? I feel like my Jet Pen orders always take forever. And it's like, yeah, super frustrating. Oh, thank you, Jen. That's so sweet. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, that little guy is working out, and I haven't done that today. You'll see that in next week's vlog. There's been a lot of things that have happened today. Wow, okay. I don't know what it is. Maybe my account is rigged, but my Jet Pen orders always take forever. And so that's why I wanted to order on Amazon. Now, the hurricane is, so what's funny, I've never really permanently lived in a location where hurricanes were an issue. So I've never had to follow and track them before. They change course very easily. So the one that I thought was gonna hit us and maybe mess with us, it didn't even touch us, and it didn't even make that big of an impact. It just was rain when it did hit land. Now there's the other one that was originally headed to Florida that is headed not really our way, but it's headed straight for Houston. And luckily it's about a day ahead of when we're trying to leave. But what's crazy is that if you look at the curve, I'm talking about Laura, and if you look at the curve that she is supposed to take, that's like almost our exact path home to Chicago. And we're gonna be like right behind her. We're just gonna like follow her along and hopefully not really have to drive in any rain. But here we're supposed to be safe. So that's crazy. Just turned out really, really crazy. Danielle, I'm gonna try to participate in her book club. I didn't see, did she post like other details besides like she's going live? I didn't see any other details besides that. I'm gonna try. I have a call tomorrow night that I think is at the same time, so I don't know that I'm gonna be able to join live tomorrow. And I don't know if I'm far enough along. I haven't quite figured out what the details are. Things are a little bit crazy right now. I was thinking I'm gonna read in the car this weekend. So maybe I might. Lynn, I am using the dot pens in my plum paper. Yeah, instead of drawing little squares, which I love. Oh, Georgia, maybe that's why they ship from California, so that's why it's taking forever. Robin, my favorite Peloton ride that I just want to do all the time is the Britney one. Just all the time. I just want to do the Britney ride. I basically only do Britney or Broadway or Disney because I am so motivated by music that's my favorite thing about the Peloton app too, is I can see the songs before I do them, and that's been like my favorite thing. Lynn, how's Charlie? Charlie's good. So close to Snuggles. I'm so excited to see that little fluffy fluff ball face and snuggle her. I'm so pumped. Yeah. You won't know if it's gonna hit you until maybe the day before. Yeah, well, that's probably why. Like it just seems so crazy to me how much of a turn everything hit. But it looks like it's gonna be, for us, we're gonna be fine. Obviously, those people that are in the path, like sending all the safe vibes to everybody that is in the path of the storm. I know that Galveston is super nervous about some things, and that is so scary. But for us, I think we're gonna be just fine. It's not gonna mess with us or our trip home. Do you plan on stopping and sightseeing anywhere on your drive back? Jenny, no. We're just gonna try and make really good time. We're stopping in Houston at first to say goodbye to Sam's family, and then we're making our way up to Chicago, and just as quickly as we can, and then from Chicago to New York. As you prep to leave, what will you miss from Texas in your time here? Taylor, somebody asked that a little bit earlier, and I said, besides my family, I'm gonna miss HEB, and I'm gonna miss the water, access to the water. Lisa, what do you think of the Ali Edwards December daily previews? Some of them I'm really excited about. That star with the little stars inside, love that. What else? There's a couple things she's posted that I'm kind of meh about. None of the albums are really like getting me jumping out of my skin, but the thought of Christmas in general makes me so excited. So I'm excited in general to order next week. Michelle, what are you most excited to do once you arrive home? Snuggle with Charlie. Number one. First thing on the list is just snuggle with her and be with her. I'm so excited. Oh, she's doing another. Oh, Amy, I'm going to have to find that Broadway ride. I'm so excited. You evacuated to Austin. Oh man, I hope you guys stay safe. Yeah, the water in the Gulf, I guess, is what impacts it. Somebody else told me that too, Heather. You've already canceled school for the rest of the week. Are you doing school at home? I guess not everybody. Detroit is right between Chicago and New York City. Jenny, we actually are stopping from Chicago to New York. We're stopping in Ohio. I think I mentioned this on a vlog or on a live. I actually think I answered a question about it a few lives ago about Sam's kind of job swap, and his new admin support team works in Ohio. So we're gonna stop and meet them on our way safely, socially distancing, but we're going to meet them in person on our way back to New York. So we're actually stopping in Ohio for a night, which you don't even need to stop between Chicago and New York. Like, you can do that in one day. But we're not stopping for any reason other than so he can meet these folks that he's working with. But I'm just going to be working out of the hotel room, to be honest with you. Georgia, what planner are you using next year, the Moxie Life again? I haven't officially decided what weekly planner I'm going to use. If any weekly planner. I definitely am going to use the Plum Paper Daily again. I haven't ordered it yet because I haven't decided what extra pages I'm going to use. I'm not using them as much as I thought I would, the pages in between the months that I got put into my daily. So I haven't ordered my January start Plum Paper Daily because I just don't know. So I'm going to wait to order that. But I don't know. I don't know about a weekly yet. I haven't decided. Crystal, with Routine Meister, I can't change the start times. It automatically makes the time. So Crystal, when you make the routine, it does have the time that you made it. But when you go to start it, so like if you say you're making your morning routine right now, right, it's gonna have the time of right now. But when you go to start it tomorrow morning, it's gonna have tomorrow morning's time. It'll update to whatever time it currently is in that moment. That way you can see when your routine's gonna be done. So you can see the last minute, which I love that, because then I can, like, when I wake up, I can open up that app, and based on whatever time I open it up, I can see what time I'm gonna be done. And if it's like after 8 o'clock when I'm supposed to be working, well then I'm gonna have to cut some things out or like speed some things up in my morning routine. If I notice that it's before then, I know that I can read for longer or walk for longer. So it just does that when you set it up, and even when you edit it, but it updates to whatever time you start it. I hope that makes sense. Your district is hybrid. Got it. We are stopping in Columbus, kind of. It's outside. It's a burb of Columbus. Yeah. Oh, Lynn, I think we take 80 the whole way home. I think. I'm pretty sure. But I'm not 100% sure. Do I have any goals planned for my trip home, or are you just going to pick it up when you get home? Heather, do you mean, like, I'm considering the fact that we're going to be in like a couple different places as part of my September goals, but if that's what you mean. And then some of them are like specific to once we get home. And then some of them are just things I want to do in both locations. You'll see that in my September goals video. But nothing specific like for the trip, I guess. I'd like to catch up on my podcast when it's my turn to drive. I'm very behind on a lot of podcasts. Ooh, I'm all caught up again on comments, questions. What other questions you guys have? I feel like we're talking a lot about my road trip home, which is, I mean, it's fine. I have never really been a road trip person. I don't like to drive. I think I've talked about that before. Like, I don't enjoy driving, so I've never been a road trip person. But our trip down here, like, it wasn't bad at all, and I like enjoyed being able to pack whatever I want and not have to worry about planes. And so I might be a road trip person. Kaden, mom said you take 80 all the way to NYC. Yeah, she would know. She would know. I did, Nat. I did. I finished the Harry Potter book on Monday. I finished it. It's done. Feels so good. I finished all 7 of them while we were here. It was perfect. Claire, the Android app, I'm not 100% sure. It's either Routinery with an R-Y or Routinely with an L. I think there's been some confusion on which one it actually is, Routinery or Routinely. There's an IKEA there. Oh, don't tell me that. And I also am not going into stores, so I wouldn't go to, I would love to go into an IKEA, but I don't need to go into an IKEA right now, for sure. And I won't. Like I said, he's gonna go meet them, and I'm gonna sit at the hotel and work, which is fine. You're reading The Lazy Genius Way and you've discovered you've always been a lazy genius. Yeah, Brenda, I'm definitely a lazy genius as well. I mean, I've been following her for a while and listening to her podcast for a while. I'm trying to remember how I discovered her. It was a year. I feel like I've been following and listening to her podcast for years. I don't know if she was a guest on somebody else's podcast, maybe. That's how I find a lot of the podcasts that I like, to be honest, is if they were a guest on somebody else's podcast. But yeah, no, I love the way that she thinks and the way that she describes things. It's so great. Danielle, did I ever get the spot off my Tumblr? It kind of like faded. I never did anything specific. A lot of people recommended that I get a magic eraser. We don't have one here, and I was gonna order it, but like it kind of just disappeared, and I don't know if I just like got used to it. This Tumblr has seen better days. Like a lot of the stickers have kind of gotten messed up, and it's definitely seen better days, but it works. It does its job, that's for sure. Tina, are you going to do a Vlogmas this year? Let me ask you guys, do you want me to do Vlogmas this year? I am thinking of doing it in a slightly different way as well. Ugh, I don't know. I'm not ready to say anything out loud because I haven't made any final decisions for myself. I have to think about it a little bit more. I want to. I definitely want to. But I also know that my December is going to look way different in terms of where I'm going to be and who I'm going to be with. So that does have an impact with it. Do I plan to vlog the road trip? Probably not. Because like I said, we're not really stopping. It's not like a fun, like, get on the road with us. It's like, we literally don't stop except to get gas. Like we make it so we don't have to go to the bathroom until we are stopping to get gas for the least amount of exposure. So it's not very exciting. So probably not. I might vlog some of the packing maybe if that's exciting, but I don't know about the actual. Oh my God, it's so funny that you guys all asked about Vlogmas at the same time. So funny. The advent calendars right now, Jen, I have ordered that Friends one that I shared on Instagram. I pre-ordered the Friends one. And then if they come out with it, I want the David's Tea one if they do it again. But I know David's Tea is closing a lot of physical locations this year, so I'm nervous that they're not gonna do it. But that's the plan. Kathleen, I did not order a seasonal surprise box. Yes, Vlogmas, yes, Vlogmas. Yeah, Georgia, that's one of my struggles too, is that I can never keep up with Vlogmas of other people I like, because, and so that's my thought, is it too much content for you? Like, do you get sick of it every day because you can't keep up with it every single day? So I guess that's really the question. Ooh, Amy, pointers for first timers. Given that I've never done it the proper way, if that is a thing, like where you vlog every day and then post it the next day, I don't know what you're anticipating. I've always pre-filmed content for it, which has helped. I think my tips would be kind of similar to YouTube in general. Try not to be too much of a perfectionist. Like if you're trying to get up content every day, you just get up content every day. And if it's not perfect and there's an error and there's something, it is edited funky, like you just put it up and keep moving, and try and focus on that. And that would be my biggest tip related to it, and make it work for you. Sarah, I didn't have any issues. And like I said, we only stopped to go to the bathroom when we stopped for gas. So we would pump gas, we would each take a turn to go into the bathroom. We had plastic gloves, so we would get one plastic glove to touch all the things as we were going into the bathroom, and then we took it off before we got back in the car. And I guess we stopped like, I don't know, maybe 8 times on the way down, and it was fine. Any type of Vlogmas. Well, the weekly vlog definitely is not going anywhere, Elizabeth. I also like when you did the variety of videos in December. Yeah, Taylor, I think it would always be different types of videos. I lost my train of thought there. It would always, like, I don't think I have the kind of life that it would be a vlog every day, because I just don't, like, I don't think I do anything all that exciting every single day. So it would have to be something a little bit different. I could do a Q&A with Sam on the road. I could. He likes to listen to music when he drives, so I don't know if I'm going to get him to talk. I guess maybe when I'm driving. Yes, too much content. Yeah. That's true, Jen. This year is going to be so different than most years, so maybe. I only watch some people's Vlogmas. Yeah, it's hard, Emma. Like, there's just so many things, so much content, and you're also doing all these things because it's the holidays. Like, you have all these other things to do. Although, are we going to have all those other things to do, or is everybody going to be at home this year, right? Normally, I feel like I've got like holiday party and this and that and all these other commitments around the holidays. And this year, like, I don't think we're going to have any of those things. Well, I know we're not. Like, we're not going to have office holiday parties. That's for sure. I don't think we're going to have indoor in person New York City, and it's going to be cold to have outdoor parties. Like, I don't think there's going to be parties. So it might be different this year. Like, you might want the content because you're not going anywhere. Maybe. I don't know. But I do feel the same way where I can't keep up with the people whose Vlogmases I like. So I just wonder if other people feel that same way. Did I get everything I wanted to get done for the wedding? Ashley, we did. Yeah. I mean, the big things I wanted to do was get the caterer and the cake, because those are things that I felt like I couldn't do online. Like, I had to be there in person. And we did those things. So I do. Kathleen, can you talk a little bit about your Patreon group, or is there a video you can point me to? Yeah, Kathleen, I can do both if you want. I'll just give the 20-second snippet. The purpose of the Patreon is your goals. Here on my channel and on Instagram, I talk all about my goals and my journey and what works for me and what doesn't work for me. And the purpose of Patreon is to answer your questions and give you tips and advice and like very pointed, like specific advice to your goals. It's more than 20 seconds, I know. So each tier has that same focus. It's just how much access to me you have based on the tier. And that's basically the gist. I will also link the video. The video went up a couple of weeks ago. You can also if you go to the Patreon website, which is linked below, I also have a video on that I filmed that has a little bit more. I'm also happy to answer any questions if you have any, if you want to send me an Instagram message. Sorry, I was frozen for myself. Hopefully you guys are fine. Heather, yeah, December daily is the one thing that I would love to keep including in Vlogmas somehow, because I do want to do that again. So I need to figure that out. Any advice on what to talk about when vlogging and making planner videos? I've been trying to do planner videos on my planner channel, but I just don't know what to talk about. Georgia, to be honest, I just like talk about like my life. Like, I feel like I don't have, I don't have any specific advice except to just do it and practice it. I think it gets so much easier. If you go back and watch some of my old Plan With Me's, I had a lot of musical overlays because I didn't know what to talk about either. But then over time, I just think I got more comfortable and I figured out what to talk about. So I think you just have to practice and it just comes to you a little bit easier. I know that's not the best tip, but you prefer vlog type content for Vlogmas. Okay, Helen, I appreciate you sharing your feedback. Do a couple Instagram lives on the road with Sam singing. That's a great idea, Sarah. Maybe I'll just go live in the Patreon group so that it's not like 40,000 people. It's just 150. Recommendations for mental health activities or routine. Now, that's a great question. I think for me, it is about spending time. Well, see, I think it's gonna be different for every person. Like taking a bath by myself, that is like for sure what I need right now with mental health, especially because I'm never apart from Sam. I mean, he's on the second floor and I'm on the first floor, but like we are in the same house all the time together. And so that is like that for me, for my mental health. So I think really it's figuring out what you need in terms of mental health. And I think it's also trying to do something that takes your mind off of the real world. So that could be watching TV, that could be reading a book, that could be like something where your mind can't think about everything that's going on right now in the world, because there's a lot happening right now. And I think I personally get lost in fiction books, and that really helps me check out from the real world. So that would be mine. Jen, so I have a YouTube about my goals, a Patreon help others, and speaking engagements. Would helping with goals be something you would want to do full time? What is next for Lakin? Jen, that's a great question. Well, first off, I would love to do more speaking engagements if and when conferences become a thing again. First off, I would love to do it full time, but I just don't. I have to figure out what that looks like for me. I just have to say, I don't know. I don't know what that looks like full time, and it's I mean, yes, it is, but I don't know. No, that was not a good answer. When I did my whole week in the Plan With Me Daily, did I capture the setups of the other sections you add? No, Helen, because I haven't been using them at all. I haven't been using them at all. So the extra pages that I got were cleaning pages, which I was going to use because I was going to start a cleaning routine, and then we left our apartment. Not that I don't clean here, but I don't really have a routine here. Health pages, which I've been using my own personal, like my own health planner, so I didn't need those pages. A habit tracking pages, which it was just way too far from my everyday planner, like from my everyday page. And then a generic to-do list, which I never ended up using those pages either. So I set them up originally. If you go back to the video I posted in June where I set up my plum paper planner, that one I set up the July pages, but I have not used them. So no, they are not part of that video. You didn't just miss them. Rebecca, I'm glad that you were enjoying your actual latte. I feel like you posted that a while ago. Are you still sipping that? I'm very impressed. Oh, Janet, that's a really, really great tip to just call somebody when for mental health. I think that's a really great tip. You enjoy all types of Vlogmas, whatever I enjoy vlogging, I should vlog. It's not that I don't enjoy vlogging. Let me, because I do. My struggle with Vlogmas is the editing. That I don't like editing, and that is a lot of editing. Vlogmas is a lot of editing. Whether I pre-film it or do it in real time, either way, it is a lot of editing. So that's what I'm trying to figure out about Vlogmas, is that aspect of it. Because I just don't like it. But that's the problem. Have you had any goals that people brought to you for advice that have personally inspired you? Jenny, 1,000% yes. I will tell you, our live chat from last weekend, I was kind of in the middle of working on my Q4 goals. Yes, I'm doing them far in advance. Okay, you still have a whole month before Q4 actually starts, but don't forget. And that chat, somebody talked about sleep. Amy talked about sleeping. And I had already been considering making that my Q4 goal, but having that conversation with everybody, I was like, yes, like that is what is meant to be my Q4 goal. So spoiler alert, my Q4 health goal is to get better sleep. And that has totally happened more than once where somebody has been like, hey, I need help with this. And I'm like, I think about it and I'm like, I need help with that too. And then we come up with like a solution together and we can work on it at the same time. Absolutely. That's the example that comes to my head, but it's definitely happened. A goal that I totally bombed. This year, one little word. It's just, I got through January, February, and like 4 days of March. That's the first one that came to my head that I completely, totally bombed. Pretty much every month, I feel like there's always a goal that like isn't even remotely, like it just doesn't even remotely get done at all. Elizabeth, I 1,000% have considered hiring someone to edit. I have no idea how much that would cost and if it would be worth it, like how much time I would get back in exchange for that. So I've considered it, but not something I think I'm financially prepared to do yet. Yeah. Yeah, I love my vlogs around New York too, Anna. But that's part of Vlogmas that is the struggle, is that I likely will not be in New York for the month of December. Because I think that we're gonna drive home for Thanksgiving and stay until Christmas. So all of December will not be in New York. And so that is kind of like, that's another struggle with Vlogmas, is I love showing off New York and all the Christmassy things about New York. And even if we don't get to go into any of the stores, I can still show you the windows. I can walk by the windows. And that, I mean, I guess there was Christmas windows in Chicago. I guess this year it just might be Christmas in Chicago. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I'm trying really hard to figure that out. Trust me. Yeah, that's like one of the big things I need to figure out coming up soon, because I typically start Vlogmas pre-filming in October. So yeah, I need to figure that out. Chicago is beautiful at Christmas. I agree with you guys. I mean, it's like New York, right? I mean, there's ice skating in Marshall Field's windows, and there's a big Christmas tree, and Grant Park, I guess, maybe has a Christmas tree. I don't know where the Christmas trees are in Chicago. Grant Park, Michigan Avenue is beautiful. I mean, yeah, there's totally beautiful things about Chicago at Christmas. I know, it is crazy that we are talking about Christmas already. Like, what? But I love it. I love Christmas. Oh, I do. It makes me very happy. Decorating the tree. Vlogmas light. Pick the videos I really like and don't do every day. That's a totally feasible option, Holly. It's funny that you say you like the gift suggestions, because those are the least viewed. Let you in on a little secret. Those are the least viewed videos at Vlogmas. So I'm not sure about those. That's funny. If I was gonna cut some, those were ones I was considering cutting. Not funny. Yeah, Lisa, I split the vlog into 2 last year for Vlogmas. I did 2 vlogs to make up the whole week. What do you do with weeks you don't plan in your planner? Do you glue them shut, rip them off, blah, blah, blah? Nope, I leave them totally blank, Kathleen, so that when I go back and flip through, I see those blank weeks and I think about, like, oh, I wonder why they were blank, like what I was doing. Sometimes I will write something big across like the middle so I remember what I was doing. But nope, I totally leave them exactly where they are. Angie, I think changing it up for Vlogmas would be appealing to your audience, something new. I know, I need to think about what that would be. Rebecca, no, I wish. I mean, I think it's going to be maybe us cooking together, kind of like when I was home with my family in San Antonio, right? We kind of tag teamed cooking, where like we would cook one night, or she would cook one night, or we would cook pieces together and make the whole meal. That's what it's gonna be like with my mom. I'm definitely not gonna be, she's not just gonna be cooking for us the whole time. That would be nice. Now, I have considered vlogs. So I could do the gift guide ideas in there. That's not a bad idea. Or flashback to some content from last year that was the most popular. Lisa, that's a good idea. Gift suggestions in one video, also a great idea. See, you guys are the best. You have great suggestions. I hate gift guides. That's funny, Emma. Sarah, the guest videos for Vlogmas. I know, I loved those too. Oh, they turned out so great, and so many different people and their opinions. I loved those too, but those also, like, how are we gonna do those in person? I'm not gonna do them in person. I could try and figure out what Darian does, where she has a person with her and we could do them that way. I loved those too. I did. I loved filming those with my friends. It was fun. 12 days of planning in December with holiday themed planning videos. That's a fun idea, Michelle. Thinking about how much shipping gets bogged down and the decline in in-person shopping. Yeah. Shopping might need to happen sooner rather than later. That was the other problem with the gift guides, I think, is having them be a part of Vlogmas, is people are shopping earlier and earlier, and people in December, like, they didn't care about gift guides. So maybe the gift guides is just like a thing I share with you in November instead of part of Vlogmas. The daily content small break. Yeah, Danielle, I get that too. Totally get that too. Times before COVID. I know, you guys. Lizette, one day I'll make it on there. I appreciate all of your suggestions very much. And if you have any other, this goes for all the time and not just Vlogmas. If you have suggestions or ideas or questions about content that you would like to see, like, please feel free to message me. whenever. Like if you're like, I would, like people do that already, and I would love to take your suggestions. That it totally welcome all the time. And then Vlogmas especially. We're trying to figure it out. It's gonna look different this year. It's gonna look different, and I'm trying to figure that out. So family traditions. Helen, I did a video, the very first Vlogmas, so 2018. I did my top 10 favorite family traditions. That was a video. I did a whole top 10 series. So each week I did a top 10. So it was top 10 favorite Christmas movies or holiday movies, top 10 favorite songs, top 10 favorite traditions, and then the top 10, I think I did like the top 10 gifts I've ever given, I think is what I did. It was super fun. It was super fun. Could you do lives every day, so no editing with no questions? Emma, I could. I mean, lives are super easy in terms of like, I don't have to edit and we just get to chat instead of doing questions, just saying having like just talking and not answering questions. That's a possibility. The first year of Vlogmas, I also did a live every week. And that, did I do it last year too? I can't remember. To help fill in content. If we do that, we're gonna keep these. Like these aren't going anywhere. So if you did not see the vlog yesterday, that totally reminds me. If you didn't see the vlog yesterday, today is obviously Tuesday. Next week is still gonna be on Tuesday, same time, same place, 6 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday. The following week, starting the week after Labor Day, we are moving these to Wednesday. Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, okay? If you didn't see the vlog yesterday, I chatted a little bit of updates about all of that. Do how COVID changes my top 10 favorite Christmas traditions. Ooh, Katie, that's a great idea. That's a really great idea. Georgia, I feel you about that. I feel you. It just gets added to your wish list instead of a gift list. Yeah, mail has been really late, Catherine. All right. Oh my gosh, it is already 5:42. You guys, we just chat. I appreciate all of your insight and help today. This has been really valuable for me. I hope it was valuable for you as well. And hopefully just knowing that I am totally open to all of your suggestions, because at the end of the day, like I'm not going to make content that doesn't make me happy, but I'm making it for you and what you want and what you get value from. So please don't hesitate to share when you have requests or ideas or suggestions. I appreciate them. Wine Wednesday. Oh my gosh, that's what we should change the name to, Heather. Oh my God. Although I do love lattes with bacon. You guys, I don't know. So many alliterations. All the alliterations, I can't get away from them. All right, let me know down in the comments, what is one thing that you are doing this week to make progress on your goals? Something small, something that you can just get started on. We still have 6 days left of August, so it could be something to finish out strong with August, or it could be setting up your September goals. That's totally a goal as well. Yeah, Linda, it could be traditions with Sam, before Sam, after Sam. This is gonna be our first Thanksgiving together, by the way, in 4 years. Fun fact. September's pending list, it's a good one. Amy's working out, getting up at 6 a.m., starting your debt snowball, adding 1 minute to your time. Alyssa, oh, I love that one because you are starting small. 1 minute to your time on the elliptical. So good. Oh, Tanya, you're taking it all to Goodwill. Good. That's a huge thing, Georgia. That's a large thing. That's not a small thing. Oh my goodness. So many great goals, so many steps. Changing up your planner to re-motivate you. Helen, that's a really great one because it's like sometimes you just need that. Like you need to get remotivated. I found that sometimes if you get in a funk with your book or with your planner, like you said, or with your routine, like sometimes you just gotta change it. And even if it was kind of working, like sometimes you still can change it. Oh my gosh, you just scrapped 20,000 words. Oh, that makes me so nervous. You guys are the best. Thank you for hanging out. Before you head out, please make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new here, click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you again for hanging out live, and for anybody who stayed this long on the replay, thank you. And I will see you same time, same place next